This week in Nerf, blaster release season continues, and there's a Deadpool blaster now. I'm Jangular, this is your source for first party, third party, and community Nerf news. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. As I mentioned, there's a Deadpool blaster that was just announced over last weekend at San Diego Comic-Con. And this is the Rival Chronos XV III 500, and it's a dual Deadpool themed pack. Now, those of you that have been following Nerf and their trademark names and whatnot for a while now, Chronos was trademarked a while back last year, and people have been speculating on what it was going to be since, and it appears it's going to be some pistols, which is something I have been wanting for Rival for a long time. Since the inception of the line, I've wanted a sidearm option, something single shot that I could just pull out and use. That way I don't have to feel like I'm mixing darts and rounds to have a small secondary or last ditch blaster. And this is essentially exactly what I wanted, and even better. The blaster is going to hold 5 rounds, and it appears to have kind of a Magnus esque loading system is what a lot of people are guessing at right now, which I think is awesome. That internal magazine I think is perfect for a Rival pistol, so I'm glad they chose to go with that. Now, when we first saw these images break and everything around it, my assumption was these Deadpool exclusives, which are exclusive to Best Buy and GameStop and are going to be hitting in spring of 2018. I thought they were for certain going to be over $100 for this special pack based on the Mandalorian Apollo repaint we got a little bit earlier this year for the Rival Apollo. Thankfully though, this dual pack is going to be $60, which, don't get me wrong, that's not cheap, but it's much lower than I expected, which is fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to these blasters. I'm also looking forward to the non-Deadpool versions, because the Deadpool versions will be nice, collector's items. It's got a nice box. The instructions are in the shape of a taco, and it's a nice display piece and whatnot, kind of like the Mandalorian blaster, kind of like the set from one of the big events with the Magnum and the Covenant blaster a while back that was really cool. So kind of along those lines. So I'm looking forward to the standard red, blue, and maybe white. Now we'll be getting for some of the Rival blasters in the Chronos style. So I'm super excited about those. You can find some of the more info down below in a link from a Blaster Hub article. But yeah, super excited about those. I hope you guys are too. Moving on, the Alien Menace Voidcaster is now available in stores. Darkon Renazile posted up on Reddit that he found not only the Voidcaster, but a bunch of other stuff to go with it, like tack gear, Rival gear, holsters, 100-round Rival packs and stuff. But the big thing really was the Menace, Alien Menace Voidcaster, which is easily the coolest looking blaster in the Alien Menace line. Easily, hands down, not even a question. What's also cool is it's kind of like the Snapfire in that it is a semi-auto, no prime blaster, and it has a 4 dart capacity with a smart AR system. This is really cool to me. I love the kind of non-priming systems, or is that rather the priming is part of the trigger pull, and this is a full grip pull on it, so it's not all pressure put on one finger, but your entire hand grip strength, which I think is a good choice for kids. So younger kids will hopefully be able to use this as well, though it is a decent size. It's bigger than I expected it to be, but it looks cool. It's surprisingly not that expensive at around $20 retail. I love this thing. I gotta pick one. I'm probably gonna pick 2 of them up and run around and get some footage of dual wielding, having some crazy fun with these blasters. So I'm super excited about those. So if you've got a Toys R Us around you, go ahead and take a look for those. If you're looking for 100-round legit Rival packs and not headshot ammo, you can definitely take a look at those. The links for all of the stuff that Darkon found in his post will be down below as well. So take a look at that. That brings us to another released blaster, and that is the Buzzbee Air Warriors Zenith. This was posted up by Jay Benner and followed up on a post by BenKen71, both of which posting that the blaster is now available on Sears.com and Kmart.com. And this is a really affordable blaster. It's $13 retail and on sale right now at the time of this filming at least. And it's a pump action 6-dart blaster. It doesn't do anything too special. It does have a range claim of 90 feet though, which, I mean, range claims, take them or leave them. They're not the greatest form of concrete advertising, but it's there, it's on there, take it as you will. The big reason I'm talking about this blaster is that the new darts for Buzzbee are in this blaster box, and those are the Precise Pro darts. And these look really interesting. I'm trying to think the best way to word it, but the darts actually get smaller at the tip. And it's very interesting, very unique looking, and I'm very, very curious about how these darts will perform. So I'm probably going to try and get my hands on some of these darts and maybe run them against some of the things like the AccuFakes, which right now are my favorite dart because they perform phenomenally. So I'm probably going to try and get some of those, do a little bit of test, and maybe get back to you guys in a later episode about all of that. Moving on, we have a new third-party creator that has just opened up shop on Etsy last week. Their name is Biggs and Z. I've been following their work on Instagram for quite a while now and been very, very excited about their products. I cannot wait to get my hands on some. They are resin cast Nerf parts. So if you're looking at things like, I have my Strife that had a lot of parts done by Hawkeye of Black Steel Props. This is someone doing something similar and offering a lot more pastel colors, a lot of different options such as, I believe, Desolator battery plates and other things you'd expect, but also offering clear parts, translucent parts in colors, parts that I believe glow in the black light or things like that, but just really, really cool stuff that I'm super excited about and am planning to use in my future projects. That stuff can all be found in a link down below, their Etsy shop. They just opened up, they're going to be adding more parts and working on more things going forward. I love that this is happening. His work looks really clean, really, really well done, and I can't wait to share his parts with all of you when I get my hands on them. I love competition in this industry. I love that there are options and more people coming up with ideas. That drives creativity to me. That drives things forward and ingenuity and other great things for the community as a whole. So I'm very excited about this, and anyone else that starts creating things and really doing things at a high level for the consumer market in this hobby. It just makes the community and the hobby as a whole better. So go ahead and check that out. I'm excited about it. I keep saying that because I really am, and I've been waiting for these parts for so long. So yeah, check that out. Now, unfortunately, I dropped the ball this week, and we have no mod of the week. That is my fault. My apologies. I will be sure to get back on that next week. But this week, for the video of the week, I thought, in line with the thought of third-party products and things that are good for the community and whatnot, we'd go with a video from Out of Darts and his new Nemesis Switch mod plate. And this thing is awesome. It's a tiny little piece, a couple pieces that you put in your Nemesis so you don't have to build up this massive bridge with epoxy putty or shell cut and do all these other things to try and fit the big Omron 21 amp switches in your Nemesis. This clicks in really, really tightly, and you secure it with glue, and it looks and works phenomenally well from what we've seen. So I think that's really cool that he came up with this, and he was planning at first on just using them in his own commissioned mods, but decided, no, let's make them available and sell them on our shop for anyone that wants them, because that is awesome, and I think a great piece that will help those of you picking up Nemesis blasters, because it's already a pain enough to try and rewire a big monstrosity inside as something like that. But having to try and build up and find the spaces and all that, this makes it just much easier. And I'm always a fan of things that simplify the process, which is, again, why we talked about the Blastertech switch plate last week. These products, these kinds of products that improve the quality of life for modders, I really like. So go ahead and check that out. As with everything else, there will be links down below, and that video will be right here because we are at the end of the video now. So let me know what you thought of everything this week. Are you planning on picking things up? Are you going to wait? What are your thoughts on the Chronos Blaster? Let me know all of it in the comments. I love hearing from all of you. And if you're new to the channel and enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button for more in the future. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jangular, and I'll see you next time.